Okay, so good day guys. So we will be continuing our discussion no sa ating revised penal code book 2. Okay, particularly yung title 3 which is crimes against public order. Okay. So now, let's first discuss bakit ba tinawag itong title 3 as crimes against public order. Okay? So pag sinabi po natin public order, no, these are set of rules, no, or regulations and conditions, no, that is designed to maintain peace, safety, and stability in public places. Okay. So, yung mga provisions na makikita po natin under Title 3, no, Crimes Against Public Order, ito po yung mga acts or omission na sumisira, no, sumisira doon sa peace, sa safety and stability in public places. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating public places, no, these are places that is open, no, to the people in the community. Okay? So, pagsira sa katahimikan, sa safety, no, and sa stability in a public places. Okay? So, yung chapter 1 ng title 3, okay, tumutukoy ito sa crime of rebellion, sedition, and disloyalty. Okay? So, meron po siyang have something in common with crimes against national security, no, particularly yung treason. Okay? Pero i-discuss natin dito kung ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng rebellion, sedition, and yung addition dito, guys, yung coup d'etat. No, rebellion, sedition, and coup d'etat. Ano bang pinagkaiba niya doon sa crime of treason under crimes against national security? Okay. So, yung Article 134, no, or rebellion or insurrection. Actually, itong article na ito, guys, is merong inclusions dito na bagong crime. Okay, karugtong, no? So, it is under Republic Act, no, Republic Act 6968. Okay. So, ito po yung insertion of the crime, okay, of, no, insertion of the crime of coup d'etat. Okay. Ayan. So, ipinasok po dito yung crime na coup d'etat. So, ang Republic Act 6968, it defines and penalizes the crime of coup d'etat. Kaya nga, itong Article 134, may karugtong yan na Article 134-A. No, yun yung coup d'etat. Okay? So, now, unahin muna natin itong rebellion. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating rebellion, no, in general muna, in general, no? In general, guys, okay? Ang rebellion, okay, or insurrection, rebellion or insurrection. So, ang aim nito, no, or yung rebellion pala muna, rebellion, okay? Ang aim ng rebellion, guys, no, the object of the movement, yung pagkilos, no, object of the movement, okay, is completely, no, is completely to overthrow the government. Okay, overthrow the government. Kung maaalala nyo yung crime na treason, ang aim din nito ng treason is to overthrow the government, pabagsakin ang gobyerno. Okay, ganun din sa rebellion. Ang object of the movement or yung purpose is to completely overthrow the government, pabagsakin din ang gobyerno. Pero ano ba ang difference nila? Okay, di ba sa treason, there is adherence to the enemy by giving aid or comfort. So, ibig sabihin, okay, sa treason, pinapabagsak ang gobyerno in favor of the enemy country. Okay? Pero dito sa crime ng rebellion, pinapabagsak ang gobyerno for the own goods of the rebel group, no? Tawag sa mga tao na tumataliwas or pinapabagsak ang gobyerno ay mga rebelde. Okay? Rebelde, rebel group. Doon sa treason, 'di ba? Ang tawag sa mga nagpapabagsak sa gobyerno, okay? Sa pamamagitan ng pagtulong sa enemy country ay mga traitor, 'di ba? Mga traidor sa bansa. Okay? So, 'yun yung isa sa mga difference nila. Okay, so dito sa rebellion for their own benefits. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kung Pilipinas to, itong lugar, itong bansa na ito, yung nagpapabagsak sa gobyerno is kapwa Pilipino lang din. Okay, so the enemy within. Samantalang sa treason, the enemy is outside the country. Okay, so meron nga lang tulong ng mga tao within the Philippines. Okay? Dito sa rebellion, hindi. Enemy within the country. Okay? Yeah. So, sa Article 134, makikita natin na rebellion or insurrection. Ano ba difference ng dalawa, guys? Rebellion, insurrection. Ang rebellion, in general, object of the movement is completely to overthrow the government. Samantalang, okay, ang insurrection in general. Insurrection. Yan. Insurrection. Okay. So, dito naman, it is commonly employed, no? Commonly employed in reference, okay? In reference to a movement. So, may pagkilos din. Movement which seeks to effect some changes, okay, some changes, okay, of minor importance or to prevent the exercise of governmental authority. Okay? Rebellion para pabagsakin ng gobyerno, totally. Sa insurrection, employed, no, to effect some changes, di ba? Either doon sa way ng pamamalakad ng gobyerno, di ba? Or para makuha yung part of the land, di ba? Part of the land or naval or any armed forces, okay? Or makuha yung territory. Okay? Yan. So, pinagsama yan sa Article 134. Rebellion, completely overthrow the government. Pero yung overthrowing of the government na yon, okay, makikita din natin yung mga objectives doon sa insurrection. Okay? Changes, no? Changes in the government and to prevent the exercise of governmental authority. Okay? So, for example, yung senador. Diba? Ang senador, they have the power to make law. Okay? So, sa insurrection, pinipigilan nila na gawin or i-exercise ng senador yung kanilang governmental authority. Okay? So, sample yun in general. Okay? So, that is rebellion and insurrection in general. Okay? So, before we proceed with sige, tirahin na rin natin yung coup d'etat. Okay, coup d'etat. Okay, ang coup d'etat, guys, no, there is a swift attack. Mabilisang pag-atake. Okay, and usually it is accompanied, no, wala pala. Pwedeng may tulong or pwedeng may tulong or kahit walang tulong ng mga civilian. Okay, with or without civilian support. Okay, with or without civilian support, no, directed against the authority. Okay, directed against the authority. Sino ba yung authority dito? Okay, so ito yung yung mga tao sa gobyerno. Okay, yung mga officers sa officers ng government. Okay, against the authority or infrastructure, or infrastructure, no? So pag sinabi nating infrastructure, ito yung mga yung mga major establishment ng gobyerno. Okay? For example, yung mga telecommunications infrastructure, 'di ba? Okay, yung Smart Globe PLDT, mga infrastructure 'yan particularly sa communication network. Okay? Mga infrastructure 'yan. Okay, example 'yun ng infrastructure. Okay? So dito, ang purpose ng or ang gumagawa ng kudeta, no, ay mga dating member, no, led by members of the military or the police. Okay? Military or the police. Okay? Anong purpose? To seize. Okay? To seize or diminish state power. Okay? To seize, para makuha or para makuha or maagaw. Okay? Yung kapangyarihan ng Estado. Okay? Ano ba yung mga kapangyarihan ng Estado? Power to make law, di ba? Power to execute the law. Okay? And yung mga functions, di ba, ng judiciary, di ba, legislative, and executive, no? Or diminish. Pag sinabing diminish, babawasan. Okay? So, tatanggalan mo, hindi mo sila tatanggalan na totally ng state power, pero babawasan mo sila ng kapangyarihan. Okay? So, pwedeng wholly or partial na pagkuha ng state power. Okay? So, yan yung nakapaloob sa Article 134. Okay? Rebellion or insurrection or kudeta. Okay. So, ang kudeta under Republic Act 6968. Di ba? So, in-insert dito yung definition and penalization of the crime kudeta. Okay? Kaya nga, ang kudeta ngayon, sa ating revised penal code, ito po yung article 134-A. No, article 134-A. Okay. So, punta tayo dun sa sa elements ng crime na crime of rebellion. Okay. So, ano ba ang mga elements? Okay, let's discuss. Okay. So, elements of rebellion, okay, or insurrection. Okay. So, let's talk about the first element. Okay. So, first element, that there is, okay, letter A, yung public uprising. Okay, public uprising. So, pag sinabi nating public uprising, ito yung pag-create ng isang grupo ng individual, okay? Yan, in public, Kumbaga pag-aaklas, sa Tagalog. Public uprising, pag-aaklas. Okay? Kasi nga 'di ba sabi dito, 'di ba, ang rebellion, it is to completely overthrow the government. Okay? So para pabagsakin ng gobyerno, there must be a public uprising. Okay? Bubuo ka ng grupo, samahan. Okay? Para pabagsakin ng gobyerno na makikita ng public. No? Kaya nga ito ay crimes against public order. Kasi ang nasisira dito ay yung peace, safety, and stability in public places. Okay? Ayan. So, public uprising. Pag-aaklas. Okay. And, syempre, may kasama yang, okay, taking arms. Okay? Against the government. Okay? Against the government. So, pag sinabi po natin ditong taking arms against the government, okay, yung grupo ng mga tao na nag-aaklas publicly ay merong mga armaments. May mga armas. Okay? Yan. So, there is a public uprising and taking arms against the government. Okay? And the purpose, no? The purpose of the uprising, no? The purpose of the uprising, okay, or movement, okay, is either, okay, so letter A, andyan yung ano, to remove, no, to remove from the allegiance to said government, okay, to said government or its laws, no, para mawala totally doon sa isang batas, okay, yung to remove, no, the territory of the Philippines, okay, or any part thereof, okay, and pwede rin any body of land, naval, or other armed forces, okay, or pwede rin naman, no, yan, or okay, yung letter B, to deprive, no, to deprive the chief executive, okay, or the Congress, okay, wholly or partially, okay, of any of their powers or prerogatives. Okay. So ngayon, i-discuss natin ito, no? In details. Okay. So to remove, no? Sabi diyan, the purpose, no, to remove, no. We are talking with rebellion or insurrection. Rebellion or insurrection. Okay. So public uprising and taking arms against the government. Ang purpose niyan, to remove the allegiance to the said government or its laws, the territory of the Philippines, no, or any part thereof, no, for example, okay, buong Metro Manila, okay, yung grupo ng mga rebelde, no, for example, the CPP, NPA, no, yan, kunwari, ano na nila, they have a public uprising, okay, may mga armas sila, okay, madami ang grupo di ba, ang CPP, NPA, di ba, maraming grupo, napakaraming members niyan, usually, kadalasan nga niyan, mga mga kabataan, di ba, mga nag-aaral pa sa mga state universities, di ba, so yan, they conduct public uprising, may mga armas din yung mga yan, so they took over the whole Metro Manila. Okay? So, isa yan sa purpose ng rebellion yon, guys. To remove from the allegiance to said government or its laws, not the territory of the Philippines or any part thereof. Okay? Pwedeng buong Pilipinas or, no, or any part thereof. Okay? Or any body of land, naval, or other armed forces. Okay? So, for example, yung headquarters ng Philippine Army, 'di ba? Na-capture ng mga rebel groups. Okay? So, that is an act of rebellion, no? They are public uprising, taking arms against the government. Okay? So, kinuha nila yung buong headquarters ng armed forces. Okay? So, that is one of the purpose, okay, ng public uprising and taking arms against the government. Now, ang pangalawang purpose ng rebellion o yung public uprising na yan is to deprive the chief executive, no? Sino ba yung chief executive natin? Yan yung president natin. Okay? Presidente. Or the Congress. Sino ba yung Congress na yan? Di ba? Congress composes of two. Okay, the upper house and the lower house, no? So, yan yung sila Senate at saka yung ating mga House of Representatives. Okay. House of Representatives. Okay? So, ano daw yung dineprive o yung tinanggal sa kanila? Yan yung deprive. Okay? Ano yung tinanggal sa kanila? Wholly or partially, any of their powers. Okay? Any of their powers. Now, for example, powers ng Congress, make law. Okay? So, may public uprising with taking arms against the government para pigilan ang Kongreso na magpasa ng batas. Okay? Yan, na magpasa ng batas. Ngayon, ang chief executive or president para rin ma-deprive yung presidente, okay, to perform its functions or its powers or prerogatives. Okay? Yan. Yan. So, yan yung elements ng rebellion. Okay? Yan. So, now, ano naman ang elements ng kudeta? Okay. So, under Article 134A, ito po yung elements of kudeta. Okay. Elements of kudeta. Okay. So, number 1, no? Ang offender dito is a person or persons, okay, belonging, okay, to the military. Ang pinagkaiba ng kudeta doon sa rebellion, no? Dito kasi walang sinabi kung member ba sila ng member ng army or police. Okay? Katulad ng CPP, NPA, hindi naman sila member ng police or military. Di ba? Unlike dito sa kudeta, the offender, no, may specific na details, no, kung sino yung offender. Belonging to the military or the police. Okay? Or any person holding any public office or employment. Okay? So meaning, sila yung public officer or public employee. Okay? So, pangalawang, elements of kudeta. Elements of kudeta. Okay? So, dito, that it is committed by means of, no? That it is committed, no? By means of a swift attack. Okay, tatandaan nyo lagi yan. Pag narinig nyo, nabasa or narinig nyo yung swift attack, kudeta yan. Mabilisang pag-atake that is accompanied by violence. Okay? May sakitan, di ba? May intimidation, merong pananakot, okay? Merong strategy, okay? Or stealth. So, ano pa yung isang elements? That the attack. No, the attack is directed, no, against. Okay, so pag sinabi natin directed against, ang target ng attack mo, target of attack. Okay? So the attack is directed against, no, against a duly constituted authorities. Okay? Or the of the Philippine Republic. Of the Philippine Republic. Okay? Of the Philippine Republic. Okay? So, ang target ng attack mo, no, ay yung mga authorities, no, ng gobyerno. Okay? Or any camp, okay? Or installation, okay? Or communication network, di ba? Tulad ng sinabi natin kanina. Okay, sabi rito in general, di ba? Balikan natin yung kudeta. Okay, in general. Asan yung kudeta? Okay, ito. Led by members of the military, no, yan, against the authority, no, yung government, or the infrastructure, di ba? Yung mga vital installation. Okay? Communication networks, public utilities, no? public utilities, or other facilities, okay, needed for the exercise, okay, okay, of power. Okay. So, yan yung um, target ng attack. Okay. And then yung lastly, yung purpose. The purpose of coup d'etat. The purpose, is to seize, okay, or diminish state power. Okay? To seize or diminish state power. Para tanggalan mo, di ba? Seize or diminish, di ba? Para mabawasan mo yung kapangyarihan ng estado. Okay? As differ, doon sa elements or sa purpose ng rebellion or insurrection. Diba? Ito yung purpose niya. To remove from the allegiance of the said government the territory and any body of land, naval, or armed forces, or to deprive the chief executive or the Congress, fully or partially, of any of their powers or prerogatives. Okay? So now, let's discuss yung difference nila sa treason. Okay. So doon tayo sa rebellion. Okay. Ano ba ang difference ng rebellion? Okay? Or insurrection sa treason. Teka na, maglagay tayo rito ng table. Okay. Okay. So ito yung rebellion or insurrection. Dito naman yung treason. Okay. Sa rebellion, meron ding levying of war. Levying of war. Okay? Pero, during peacetime. Levying of war during peacetime. So, pag sinabing levying of war, para ka nag-i-start ng gera. Okay? Pero, during peacetime. Dito naman sa treason, levying of war during wartime. Okay? And, the purpose. Magkaiba sila ng purpose. Okay? Ang purpose, okay, ng rebellion, okay, is yung nakasulat kanina, di ba? Okay, nakasulat doon sa Article 134 natin. Article 134, last paragraph. Okay, ito yan. Okay, the purpose of the uprising, to remove and deprive, di ba? Remove, deprive. Okay. Samantalang ang purpose ng treason, purpose is to give aid or comfort. Okay? Purpose is to give aid or comfort. Kanino? Doon sa enemy country. To the enemy country. Sa kalaban na bansa. Okay? Diba sabi ko nga sa inyo, sa rebellion, ito yung enemy within the country. Ang treason, enemy outside the country with the help of the citizen of that particular country. Okay? Next, ano pa yung isa sa mga distinctions nila? Okay, dito sa rebellion, always involves taking up arms. Okay? Against the government. Laging merong armas, laging merong pakikipaglaban dun sa gobyerno. Samantalang sa treason, okay, mere adherence constitute the crime of treason. Mere adherence by giving aid or comfort. Okay? So dito sa rebellion, kailangan lagi kang nakikipagbakbakan. Di ba? Taking up arms against the government. Gusto mong talunin yung gobyerno. Dito sa treason, mere adherence lang, yung pagbibigay mo ng aid or comfort dun sa kalabang bansa, that constitute the crime of treason. Okay? And syempre, yung isa sa mga distinction nila, ang rebellion is crimes against public order. Dito naman, sa treason, these are crimes against, di ba, national security. National security. Okay, so yan yung difference ng rebellion and insurrection. Okay? And I guess, nakukuha nyo, guys. Na? Okay. So now, giving you a short, okay. So, dito tayo. So, sino ba yung mga naitala sa history na nasampahan ng kasong rebellion? Okay? Who were being charged, no? With rebellion, okay, in the Philippines. Okay. Sino-sino ba yung mga nasampahan na ng kaso? Okay? So, di ba, sino ba yung mga kilala natin? Okay. Founding chairman, no? Founding chairman of the Communist Party of the Philippines, no? Or National, or New People's Army. Di ba? Si Joma Sison. No? So, Jose Marie Sison. Okay. Sino pa? Yung Moro National Liberation Front leader. Okay? Si Nur Miswari. Okay, Nur Miswari, no? And sino pa? Syempre yung kilala natin na senador, no? Yung leader ng Magdalo Group, no? Si Antonio, no? Antonio Trillanes IV. Okay. So yan yung mga nasampahan na ng kasong rebellion sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, next. Punta tayo sa Article 135. Okay? So, penalty for rebellion or insurrection or coup d'etat. Okay. So, sino-sino ba ang pinaparusahan or sino-sino ba ang nakakapag-commit no ng rebellion, insurrection or coup d'etat? Okay? So, in general, those are leaders and the members. Di ba? Leaders and members. Okay? So, dito, himahimayin natin o salsalin natin itong Article 135. Penalty for rebellion or insurrection. Okay? So, sabi rito, any person who promotes, maintains, or heads rebellion or insurrection. Sino daw yung namumuno, di ba? In short, leader. Okay. So, itong first paragraph na ito, tumutukoy ito sa leader, leader of rebellion or insurrection. They shall suffer daw the penalty of reclusion perpetua. Ay dun sa second paragraph naman, participants, no? Mere participants. Okay? Mere participants. Okay? Or executing the commands of other in rebellion or insurrection. Okay? Ito naman yung, okay, members. No? Members or mga participants, okay, of rebellion or insurrection. Okay? Yan sila yung mga nape-penalize. Okay? Members or participants. Next, yung sa third paragraph, any persons who leads. No, ito naman yung leader ng, okay, yan, manner or directs or commands others, no, nag-uutos, okay, to undergo, no, coup d'etat. he shall suffer the penalty of reclusion perpetua. Ito naman yung leaders of coup d'etat. Okay. Leaders of coup d'etat. Okay? And leaders of coup d'etat. Dito naman sa fourth paragraph, any persons in the government service who participates, no? Who participates. Di ba sabi nga natin sa coup d'etat, okay, member ka ng military or police, di ba? Who participates, okay, excuse or execute directions or commands of other in undertaking coup d'etat. No? Ito naman yung mga members or participants. Members or participants, okay, of coup d'etat. Okay, of coup d'etat. Okay? Ayan. So, when the rebellion, insurrection, or coup d'etat shall be under the command of unknown leaders, no? Yung hindi pa kilalang leader, any person who in fact directed the others. Okay? Kung sino daw yung nag-utos sa iba, no? Kung sino yung representative ng unknown leaders na yan, no? Spoke for them. No? Spoke for them, representative ng unknown leaders. Signed receipts, no? Pumirma ng mga resibo, other documents, etc. Okay? Issued in their name or perform similar acts on behalf of the rebels. Okay? Kumbaga representative nga. Kasi hindi pa kilala yung leaders. Shall be deemed leader of such rebellion. Okay? Di ba kung may leader, may OIC. Okay? Kung may leader yan, pero unknown, yung OIC shall deem or consider to be the leader of such rebellion, insurrection, or coup d'etat. Okay. So next, punta tayo sa Article 136. Conspiracy and proposal to commit coup d'etat, rebellion, or insurrection. Okay. So balikan uli natin yung concept ng conspiracy. Diba sabi natin, conspiracy to commit a crime is not yet punishable, no? Unless, okay, yung triksa. Okay, triksa. Ano ba yung triksa? Okay, treason, rebellion, diba? Treason, we have rebellion, we have insurrection, and we have coup d'etat. Okay, coup d'etat. We have sedition, okay, and arson. Okay. The mere conspiracy to commit these crimes are already punishable. Okay? So, kailan ba nagkakaroon ng conspiracy? Okay. Kailan nagkakaroon ng conspiracy? Okay. So, nagkakaroon ng conspiracy when there are two or more persons. Okay. There are two or more persons. Okay. Two or more persons, okay, come to an agreement to commit a crime. Agreement to commit, yan, yung sinasabi natin na coup d'etat, rebellion, or insurrection. Okay, to commit crime, and they decided to commit it. Desidido sila na gawin yung bagay na yun. Okay, so that is conspiracy. Okay? Conspiracy. Now, paano ba nagkakaroon ng proposal? Proposal. Sa proposal, okay, tanggalin natin yung arson. That is only tricks. Okay? So, treason, rebellion, insurrection, coup d'etat, and sedition lamang. Okay? At nagkakaroon ng proposal, no, if, no, or when the person, when a person, okay, who was decided to rise publicly, or sabihin na natin to commit a crime na lang in general, to commit a crime and proposes its execution to other people. Okay? That is proposal. Okay? The person who has decided to commit it, desidido ka nang gawin yun. Okay? Pero pinropose mo sa iba. Okay? Pinropose mo sa iba. Then that is conspiracy. That is proposal to commit coup d'etat, rebellion, or insurrection. Okay? Next, 137. Disloyalty of public officers or employees. No? Disloyalty, no? Meaning, no? You are that the public officers or employees are not, okay, are not truthful. Okay? So sira yung integrity. Paano ba nagkakaroon ng disloyalty? Sabi dito, no, shall be imposed upon public officers or employees. Okay? So, dito pa lang, sa panimula pa lang, alam na natin kung sino yung offender. Ang offender ay public officers or employee. Okay? Anong ginawa nila? Who have failed to resist a rebellion by all other means in their power. Failed to resist, hindi nila nagawang mapigilan. Okay? Kahit na anong gawin nila, no, hindi nila mapigilan, okay, ang rebellion kaysa abot ng kanilang makakaya. Di ba? Or shall continue, no, to discharge the duties of their office. Okay? So, dito naman, okay, pinagpatuloy mo pa rin yung discharge of your duties despite of the act of rebellion or act of public uprising and taking arms against the government. Okay? Kinontinue mo pa rin. Or, inaccept mo, no? Yan, accept the appointment of the office under the rebel group. Okay? Under the rebel group. Sino yung them na tinutukoy dito? No, ito yung mga rebelde. Rebel group. Okay? So, yan. You fail to resist. No? For example, there are, no, public uprising na committed by the rebel group. Okay? Ikaw yung nasa pwesto. Ikaw yung nasa pwesto. Kunwari, ikaw yung councilor. Ikaw ang councilor. Di ba? There is a public uprising. No? So, during the uprising, di ba, nasakop na yung munisipyo, yung ano mo, yung jurisdiction mo, pinangakuan ka, sige, gagawin ka naming head dito sa dito sa office na ito. And you accept that appointment coming from the rebel group. Okay? So that's disloyalty of public officers. Okay? Next, Article 138, inciting to rebellion or insurrection. Okay. So pag sinabi nating inciting, para siyang inciting. Parang pinipersuade mo, di ba? Parang hinihikayat mo. Inciting. Encouraging, persuading, okay, or urging a person to commit crimes. Okay? So, parang hinihikayat mo siya, no? Inaalok mo siya na gumawa ng krimen. Okay? Pero yung krimen na tinutukoy doon, that is, rebellion or insurrection. Okay? Yan. So, sabi diyan, no, impose upon any person, no, sa inciting rebellion, ay hindi pinagbabawalan kung sinong tao ka. Basta any person yan, any person. Without taking arms, no? Walang paggamit ng armas or being in open hostility against the government. Open hostility against the government. Okay. Sabi diyan, shall incite others to the execution of any of the acts specified in Article 134. Okay? So, yung sa rebellion. Okay? By means of speeches, no, proclamations, writings, emblems, banners, or other representations tending to the same end. Okay. So, dito sa inciting rebellion, okay. So, merong inciting speeches, no? Kumbaga habang nagsasalita, no, sa public. Okay, parang hinihikayat niya na sumama. Okay? So, pwede kayong makilahok sa amin, di ba? Papagsakin natin ang gobyerno. Okay, so inciting to rebellion yun sa pamamagitan ng speeches, proclamations, writings, di ba? May mga panulat, emblems, banners, or other representations tending to the same end. Okay, so that is inciting. Okay. So now, let's proceed with Article 139, sedition. Okay. So, ano ang pinagkaiba ng sedition, no, doon sa rebellion or insurrection or sa treason? Okay? So, dito, the crime of sedition is committed by persons. Walang sinabi kung sinong person yan. Okay, who rise publicly. Okay, who rise publicly and tumultuously. So, pag sinabi natin tumultuously, no, nakaka-annoy, di ba? Maingay, no? Attracting attention, di ba? Ayan. So, that is tumultuously. Okay? So, kailan ba natin masasabi na there is a tumultuous in rising publicly. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ng tumultuous if it is committed by more than 3 persons. Okay? More than 3 persons. Okay? More than 3 persons in order to attain force. Okay? Any of the following. Okay. So, ito yung purpose ng sedition. Di ba? Ang purpose ng rebellion or insurrection, di ba? To remove, di ba? To remove the sovereignty of the Philippines, okay, sa lahat ng land, okay? Yan, sa lahat ng land, okay. Samantalang ang sedition, ang purpose nito is, yan, to attain by force, no? Ibig sabihin by violence, puwersahan, okay, any of the following objects to prevent, di ba, the promulgation or execution of any law or the holding of any popular election. Okay, so dito, promulgation of or execution of any law. Okay, for example, merong batas na ipinasa. Okay. So the rebel group will form, no? Will rise publicly and tumultuously para tutulan, okay, yung promulgation or execution of any law. Okay? Next, to prevent the insular government or any provincial or municipal government, okay, or any public officer, okay, from freely exercising its or his functions or prevent the execution of any administrative order. Okay, so dito meron pa ding prevention. Okay, prevention. Okay, next, to inflict any act of hate or revenge upon the person or property, no, of any public officer or employee. So, inflicting any act of hate, di ba? Okay. So, dahil galit ka sa gobyerno, okay, so you inflict upon the person or property, no, ng public officer or employee. Okay? Okay. Yan. So, sa sedition, okay, so there are a group of people started to oppose or fight the government. Okay? Act of hate or revenge. We also have to commit for any political or social end, any act of hate or revenge. Okay, pero dito against the private persons or any social class. Okay, kasi kanina, inflict act of hate or revenge upon the persons or property of any public officer or employee. Okay, and lastly, to despoil. Okay, to despoil for any purpose. or for any political or social end, any person, municipality or province, or the insular government of the government or the government of the United States of all its property or any part thereof. Okay. So pag sinabi nating despoil, guys, di ba? Pag sinabi nating despoil, there is an unlawful and forceful, no? Forceful taking of property, possessions, and valuables, to their rightful owner. Okay, yan ang ibig sabihin ng despoil, diba? So, despoil meaning unlawful or forceful taking of property, possession, and value to their rightful owner. Okay, so yan yung mga ways of committing sedition. Okay, next, penalty for sedition. Okay, ito basahin na lang. Okay. So leader and the participants. Okay? Conspiracy to commit sedition. Okay? So ito same lang din sa concept ng conspiracy. Diba? If there are two or more persons agreed to commit a crime and they decide to commit it. So that is conspiracy. Okay. So we have also inciting to sedition. Okay? So, dito sa inciting to sedition, sabi diyan, okay, shall be imposed upon any person. Any person who, without taking any direct part in the crime of sedition, okay, wala ka namang ginagawa. Okay, kahit na nalabag sa provision ng sedition. Okay? Should incite others, di ba? To the accomplishment of any of the acts which constitute sedition. Okay? So, ito, hinihikayat mo yung ibang tao, okay, para makita yung accomplishment ng grupo na binubuo nyo. Okay? Yan. Incite others to the accomplishment of any of the acts. Okay? By means of, sa pamamagitan daw ng speeches, yung pagsasalita, okay, proclamations. Okay, proclamations, we have writings, emblems, cartoons. Okay, cartoons, banners, or other representations tending to the same end. Okay, so dito, paano ba natin malalaman kung yung speeches na yon ay seditious in character? Yung tipong nagsasalita ka sa pamamagitan nagsasalita ka, okay, may writings or sumulat ka, etc. etc. Paano malalaman na mayroong malice, or intentional? Okay? So we have the so-called two rules. Two rules relative to seditious words. Ano ba yung tututukan natin dyan? Ano ba yung dalawang uri na yan? Okay, we have clear and present danger rule. Okay, clear and present danger rule. Okay, and then yung pangalawa naman is the dangerous tendency rule. Dangerous tendency rule. Okay. So, ano ba ang meron dito sa dalawang rule na to? Okay. So, sa clear and present danger rule, the words must be of such a nature that by uttering them, there is a danger. There is a danger of public uprising. public uprising, and that okay, and that such danger should be um, both both clear and eminent. Clear and imminent. Okay, yan yung clear and present danger rule. Okay, so ang dangerous tendency rule naman is the words no, use use length not to create danger. Use and use and to the danger of public uprising. Yung kitang-kita na mayroong public uprising. Then, those words could be subjected to a penal clause. Okay, so yan yung two rules relative to seditions. Okay, we have clear and danger rule. Okay, and we have the dangerous tendency rule. Okay. So, punta tayo sa crimes against popular representation. Okay. So, Article 143, so it speaks about acts tending to prevent the meeting, the assembly, and similar bodies. Etong assembly, okay, yeah, so assembly, meeting of the assembly. Ang assembly ngayon is Congress na. So, assembly, that is Congress already. Hindi na tinatawag na assembly. Okay, dapat when the Congress is in session. Okay? Next. So, any person daw who by force or fraud, no? Isa-isahin nga natin dito yung elements. Elements in crimes against legislative body. Okay. So, number 1. Okay. So, any person daw who by force or fraud, okay, prevents the meeting of the Congress or any of its committees. Okay? So the constitutional commissions are committees daw, or divisions thereof, any private or provincial board or city municipal council. So prevents the meeting. So ito yung Article 143, the acts tending to prevent the meeting. Okay? So disturbance, no, actually madali lang naman di ba? Ando na sa provisions yung posibleng maging panahon nyo. Okay. So disturbance of the proceedings. Okay. So the penalty of arresto mayor shall be imposed upon any person then, any person. Okay, elements. Okay. So number 1, okay, any person then, any person who disturbs the meeting of either disturbs the meeting of either of the house or either of the Congress na lang, Congress. okay, or on board it, or of any provincial board or municipal council or in the presence of any such body should behave in such a manner as to interrupt the proceedings. Okay. Um, okay, so andyan ano, any person who disturbs the meeting. Okay, next, violation of parliamentary immunity. So, ang Congress, no, Congress, either the House of Representatives and the Senate, pag nasa loob ng session yan, hindi mo siya pwedeng hulihin. Okay? For those offenses, okay, uh, that is uncontradicted. Okay? Uncontradicted. Okay. Kapag ang Congress or the House of Representatives during the meeting, no, or when the court is in session, okay, saan ba tayo? No? So, prevent any members, no, from expressing his opinions, diba, or casting his vote. Okay? Expressing his opinion or casting of votes. Okay? And the penalty of prison correctional shall be imposed upon any public officer or employee daw who shall, okay, while the legislative is in session, knowingly arrested, no, or search any member thereof, except in case of such member has committed a rape against this accused. Okay, so illegal assemblies tayo. Okay. So, Article 146. Okay. So, ang sabi dyan, sino ba mga punishable dito? Okay. So, ang illegal assemblies, ang sabi dyan, shall be imposed upon the organizers or leaders of any meeting. Okay. Any meeting attended by armed person. Okay, yung meeting na yon ay mayroong dalang mga armadong kalalakihan for the purpose of committing any of the crimes punishable under this code, or of any meeting in which the audience is incited to the commission of treason, rebellion or insurrection, or assault. Okay. Illegal associations. So, illegal associations, no, shall be imposed upon the founders, directors, and presidents of associations, totally or partially organized for the purpose of committing any of the crimes involved, punishable under the revised penal code, for some purpose contrary to public morals. Okay, so yan ang ating illegal assemblies and associations. Okay. So, punta tayo sa direct assault, indirect assault, disobedience, resistance, person in authority. Okay. Ng 153. Okay. So, dito, importanteng mahalaga, importanteng malaman, okay, kung ano ba yung elements ng direct assault. Okay. So, now, direct assault. So, any persons daw who without public uprising, okay, tayo, elements. Okay. Number 1, okay. By the way, no, ang direct assault, may 2 forms yan. Okay? 2 forms of direct assault. Form number 1. Okay. Tawag dito. Form. Okay? Form number 1. number 1 elements. Okay. So, yung first form, okay, kailangan daw, ang sabi dyan, okay, yung first form of direct assault, no, that the offender, okay, that the offender employs force or intimidation. Okay, that the aim, no, of the offender, okay, that the offender is, no, that the aim of the offender is to aim, no, is to attain, attain any of the purpose, okay, of the crime of rebellion, crime of rebellion. Okay, and then that there is, okay, no public uprising, no public uprising, public uprising. Okay, so yun yung mga elements ng direct assault, no? Number 1 form. Okay, form number 2. Okay? So sa number 2 elements, no, ng or requirements ng direct assault, no? So that the offender makes an attack, makes an attack. Okay, made an attack. Okay, makes an attack, no, or employs force. Okay, employs force. Okay, employ force or to make serious intimidations. Okay, or to make a serious intimidation. Okay, or make serious resistance. Okay, and that the person arrested, that the person, okay, assaulted, no, assaulted is a public officer. Okay, person arrested is public, or rather, sorry, person in authority is a person in authority, okay, or his agent. Okay, at the time of assault, okay, the time of the assault, the person in authority, okay, or his agent, okay, at the time of assault, the person in authority of the agent, no, is engaged in the actual wala tayo no, at the time of assault, the person in authority or his agent is engaged in the actual performance, okay, so performance of official duties or that he is assaulted. Okay. Or by reason of the past performance, and that there is no public uprising. There is no public uh, uprising. No, there is no public uprising. There is no public um, there is no public uprising. There is no public uprising. Okay. So ito yung elements, no? No, ng direct assault, no? So first, that the offender employs force or intimidation. Okay, may puwersa, may pananakot. That the aim of the offender is to attain any of the purpose of the crime of rebellion. Okay, so um, uh, that there is no public uprising. Ayun ang pinagkaiba niya, no, doon sa rebellion. Okay? So ang rebellion, okay, may employing force, the aim of the offender is to attain, okay, the crime of rebellion. So even though no, there is no public uprising. Okay. So form number 2 naman, that the offender made an attack, employs or makes serious intimidation or makes serious cases. Okay? So that the offender made an attack, employs or makes a serious intimidation or makes serious resistance. Okay? That the person assaulted is a person in authority. So by the way, what is person in authority pala? Okay, person in authority. A person in authority. Okay, yung PIA kung tawagin. Okay. So person in authority. No? So these are any person who directly vested with jurisdiction. Okay, jurisdiction. Okay, whether as an individual, okay, as an individual or as a member of some court or governmental corporations. Okay, shall be deemed a person in authority. Okay, we also have agents of person in authority. Persons in authority or APIA. Okay. So ang APIA naman is one who by direct provision of law or by given uh, given no, or by election or by election or by appointment, by competent authority. Okay, by competent authority it's charged with the maintenance of public order and the protection, okay, and security of life and property. Yun yung agent and person authority natin. So, ang person in authority, sino-sino ba yung mga example niya? Okay? Yung mga ano guys, yung mga teachers or professors of uh, teachers or professors of public teachers or professors of public and private schools. Yan yung mga personal authority. Sino pa? Lawyers. Lawyers in the exercise of his function. Okay? Lawyers in the exercise of their power. Okay. Samantalang ang mga agents of personal authority, napakarami niyan. Okay? So, yung mga agent of personal authority, andyan yung mga police officers. Okay, police officers, we have municipal treasurer. So, yung postmaster, yan din, rural police, okay, agents of the bureau. Against the Bureau of, again, agents of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Okay? Or yung mga Malacanang confidential agent. Okay? So, yung mga agent and personal authority. Okay. So, what are the indirect assaults? Okay. So, sa direct assault kasi guys, no? Example, may ginawa yung isang pulis, no, na hindi mo nagustuhan. Okay. So, nung hindi niya na pag-duty, ay di ba, binungungaan na wala daw alam sa sa exam, etc. Okay. So, bumawi ngayon. Ginanon mo ako. Sige, teka lang. Okay. Babawi ka doon sa agent of personal authority. Okay? So, yan, no? Kasi sabi dito, no? That the time of the assault, the person in authority or his agent is engaged, okay, in the actual performance of these official duties. Okay. Dito naman sa sa indirect assaults, no, shall be imposed upon any person who shall make use of the force or intimidation upon any person coming to the aid of the authorities or their agents on occasion of the commission of any of the crimes defined in the preceding article. Okay. So, any persons that shall make or force. Okay. So, coming to the aid. Okay. That is indirect assault. Okay. So, let's have an example. No? So, for example, yung police officer, di ba? Maliit lang yung police. Ngayon, ang aarestuhin niya, malaki. Nag-seek siya ng assistance kay A. Okay? Bystander. A, pwede mo ba akong tulungan? Arestuhin natin. Na-aresto nila. Kaso nag-resist yung tao. Okay? Nagkaroon ng injury. Itong si A. Okay, question. Is the person to be arrested liable for indirect assault? Okay, so the answer is no. Okay, hindi papasok ng indirect assault. Okay? So, kasi kailangan in the private individual must be in mas connive with the agent of person in authority or yan tama, agent of person in authority. Okay, shall make use of the force or intimidation upon persons coming to the aid of authorities and their agent. Okay, so indirect assault. Next, disobedience. Okay. So ito, huwag na nating no? Yan. Laktawan na natin yan, no? Okay, so dito tayo sa tumults. Okay, so pag sinabi natin tumults, no? So at least, no? More than 3 persons. Okay? So ano sabi dyan? No? Tumultuous disturbance or interruption liable to cause disturbance. So dito, shall be imposed upon any person na naman. Any person who shall cause any serious disturbance. Shall cause any serious disturbance in public. Okay, no? Or shall interrupt or disturb public performances. Okay? Gatherings or peaceful meetings if the act is not included. So, doon tayo sa alarm cell scandal, no? Kasi ito tinanong sa board exam, midterm exam. Okay, so any person shall yan. Fine, penalty of arrest of minor and then fine exceeding 200 pesos shall be imposed upon any person who within any town or provinces any person who within the matter or public place shall discharge any firearm, no? Nagpaputok ka, okay? Firecrackers, di ba? Paputok ka in public. So, that causes alarm or danger. Okay, so that is any person who shall instigate or take an active part in any charivari. Okay? In any charivari. Okay. Okay. So dito guys, pag sinabi natin charivari, let's discuss the charivari. Okay. Ang charivari, no? It includes a medley of discordant voices. Okay? A mock serenade. A mock serenade of discordant noises, or rather discordant noises. Okay, noises made on kettles, tins, horns, etc. Designed to annoy and insult. Okay, yan ang ibig sabihin ng charivari. A medley, no? May mga voices ka naririnig, etc. Okay, na merong mock serenade of discordant noises made on kettles, tins, horns, etc. Okay. So, any person who while wandering about at night or while engaged in any other nocturnal amusement shall disturb the public place. Okay? Any person who were intoxicated. No? So, next, delivering prisoners from jail. Okay. So, the penalty of arresto mayor, okay, shall be imposed upon any person who shall remove from any jail or penal establishment. Any person confined therein shall or shall help the escape of such person shall be liable for delivering prisoners from jail. Okay, so madali naman siyang intindihin ng kahit basahin. So dito tayo sa evasion of service of sentence. So sa evasion of service of sentence, may tatlong uri. Okay, we have evasion of service of sentence, no? Evasion of service of sentence on the occasion of disorders, conflagrations, or earthquakes, and the other cases of evasion of sentence. Okay? So dito, no? So ang elements ng evasion of service of sentence. Okay, so number 1. So 157. That the offender is convicted, no? That the offender is convicted, no? With or by final judgment. By final judgment. Okay. That he is serving, okay, his sentence, which consists in deprivation of liberty. Okay. So may dito, convicted ka na ng final judgment. Okay, paano ba nagiging final judgment ang isang decision ng korte? No? If the time for perfecting an appeal, okay, has lapsed. Okay, so time for perfecting an appeal has lapsed. That is considered final judgment. Okay? Ano pa? Ano pa ang meron dito? No, that is yan, that he evades the service, or that he evades the service of his sentence by escaping during the term of his sentence. Okay? So next, evasion of service of sentence. Okay. So dito merong may nakakulong, di ba? There is a convict that is serving his sentence. Ngayon, merong conflagration, earthquake, explosion, or similar catastrophe. For example, the Great Flood. Okay? Na lubog yung buong Manila City Jail, no, sa Great Flood. Ngayon, nakatakas si A, B, C, and D. Okay, nakatakas, no? Okay, sinamantala nila yung yung calamities na yun. Okay? So, kapag within 48 hours, no, sabi diyan, within 48 hours, kapag hindi mo na i-produce, no, sabi niyan, following the issuance of, okay, if he shall fail to give himself up to the authorities. Okay? So, kunwari sinabi ni President, wala nang calamity, bumalik na yung mga nakatakas sa kulungan. Okay, from 8 na nakatakas, 2 lang yung bumalik within 48 hours. Okay? So, punta tayo sa convicts. No? Ito yung simple convict or simple evasion. Okay? Should be imposed upon the convict. Convict, no? Having been granted conditional pardon. Okay, may conditional pardon ka, kaso violate mo. Okay, you shall violate any of the conditions of such pardon. Okay? So, yan yung other cases of service of sentence. Okay, yung isa, Evasion of service of sentence, okay, by final judgment. Dito naman, evasion of service of sentence by breach of calamity. Ito naman, other cases. Okay. So, the last topic na itong commission of another crime during the service of penalty. Okay. So, itong Article 160, ang tinutukoy dito is yung yung quasi-recidivist. Okay? Kasi meron tayong iba't ibang uri ng guys, iba't ibang uri ng offender. Okay? Kung saan nakaka-commit sila ng crimes, no? Kahit na nasa loob ng kulungan or no? Or committing the same mistakes. Okay. So dito, yung tinutukoy dito is yung quasi-recidivism. Quasi-recidivism. Okay. So, sa quasi-recidivism, so the offender commits an act. The offender commits an act or new offense. Commits new offense. Okay, commits new offense before the beginning to serve, before beginning to serve or while serving a previous sentence. Previous sentence. Okay. So, yung Article 160, quasi-recidivism ang tinutukoy dyan. Okay? So, kumuha ng panibagong offense. Okay? Nagsisimula pa lang siyang bunuin yung kanyang sentensya or he is serving a previous sentence. Okay? So that's the coverage, no, of your midterm examination. Okay.